I never thought Monica, like, I never, like, looked twice at her my whole life.
Yeah.
And, like, nowadays, I'm like, fuck, she was so hot. Like, how did I never notice that? Today, I am making Henry watch. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Friends episode with the male nanny.
Oh, okay. I mean, this doesn't sound as painful as I thought it was going to be.
Do you know
No.
anything about this episode?
No, I'm wondering who the male nanny will be. I'm guessing it's Ross. It seems like the most likely person to be a nanny would be Ross, but I feel like Joey might be more funny as a nanny.
We'll have to find out.
Okay.
Chandler, you will love him. He is without a doubt the funniest guy I have ever met.
Oh, because that's his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed this intro. I haven't watched Friends in like a while.
You think Ross is the hottest guy?
I would choose Ross.
Then again, I didn't think I'd meet someone like you. And this may be crazy soon, but I want you to have this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a key.
It's to my apartment.
Oh, wow.
Like, I've had this experience where we were like, we're exchanging keys now. And it's
Is
like
it-
a big step.
It's a really big step, huh?
It is amazing. These little things open doors.
He's so dumb.
Go back to work. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Ross is so
Really nice
hot.
to meet
I
you.
was just thinking the same thing about Rachel.
You know,
Just a sec. Okay. This one's name is Sandy. She's got a degree in early childhood education. She worked for her last family for 3 years.
hey,
Hi, I'm Sandy.
Not bad. Who's he?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
I don't know who that is.
So, well, are you seeing anyone?
no.
No.
I'm the worst person ever.
Yeah, that was pretty bad,
How can I
actually.
not tell David that I'm seeing Mike? I like Mike so much, you know? It's just...
I'm like hella resonating with Phoebe right now. Like,
What do you mean?
just like making problematic decisions based on like relationship impulses.
I guess I just have to tell David that nothing can happen between us. Unless I don't. You know, complicated moral situation, no right, no wrong.
That's like a Trump thing.
I know.
Could all states have stuff like that? Hey, yeah, I'm from the waistband of Wyoming. But when I was 7, we headed over to the crotch.
I mean, it's like leaving behind a piece of your heart.
Sandy, that's exactly what it is.
Ross is smoldering.
Are you gay?
I hope so.
But I am straight. I'm engaged, actually.
That
So
is-
you're just like a guy who's a nanny.
I realize how it's a bit unorthodox for some people.
No, he's just feeling
But-
threatened.
So, like, he's smart, he's qualified. Give me one good reason we shouldn't try him out.
Because it's weird.
Why can't a guy be a nanny?
Well, I mean, like, think about like what year this came out too. Like,
Yeah.
things have changed a lot.
I mean, this could also be double-edged, right? It could be his own insecurities with this younger, attractive man. And it could also be the culture of, like, you know, it's a guy being a nanny.
I hope you don't mind. I use some of my homemade lotion on Emma. It's a mixture of calendula and honey cream. Dry that rash right up. Plus, it keeps the hands young.
I actually think it would bother me if like a stranger came into my home and put their own lotion on my baby.
It would too.
It's just such an emotional thing when you're welcomed into a new family.
Oh, God, if I can hear.
You gotta be at least bi.
You can't just assume someone's sexuality just based off how they are.
I think like as a society we compartmentalize people. Men have to be a certain way and then women have to be a certain way in order for like men and women to be together, and like it becomes a sort of like heteronormative boxes, right, that we put ourselves in. So like
Yeah.
if you identify as not straight, then you must be none of those things, right? You must be like the opposite of
Right.
everyone else.
She actually said that?
Yes. Am I crazy to be this upset?
No. Being funny's your thing.
Yeah.
That's what you
Without
said.
that, you just got lame with women.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
He has nothing else.
Hi, there you are.
Fire trucks.
Well, that's what he wanted.
I know.
I'm going to kiss you now.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I can't get away with stuff like that. It sounded sexy in my head.
At least he warned her.
I saw a scene once that was like I'm gonna kiss you in like 5 seconds if you don't stop me.
I think it's hot if you're actually into the person.
Yes. Oh my god, you're so right.
But if it's like someone you just met and like...
But the problem is straight men are so entitled and they think that the girls are gonna be into them no matter what, and then it becomes like, that's when it becomes toxic and like rapey. Would you kiss him if he was like, can I kiss you? Would you say yes?
If Ross asked me, I would say yes.
I love that you're crushing on Ross. I didn't know that about you at all.
I love Ross.
I should have told you. No. Well, yeah.
At the beginning, we were like cracking up because it was really funny, and it's still funny, but I feel like now that they're getting into like these like kind of problematic themes, I feel a little bit more comfortable laughing at the jokes, even though they set it up for me. So like it's almost like my body reacts with a joke because of like the laugh track and like the setup, but then afterwards I'm like, oh, I just laughed at something kind of problematic, you know?
Like it kind of left like a bad taste in your mouth, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, are you happy with this gun?
I am happy.
Damn it. I'm sorry. I don't mean that. I want you to be happy. But only with me. No, that's not fair.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mean that. Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I think I
It's like possessive.
should probably...
Telling you this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
Really?
Can we at least hug goodbye?
Of course, yeah.
Oh my god, if he tries to kiss her, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
You know, and a kiss on the cheek wouldn't be totally inappropriate.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Let's see if she actually like says the words.
In New York, it's...
Oh, she didn't say the words.
Well, her favorite flower is the camellia. From the poem.
I can't hear it again.
You know, I can't tell it again.
Would you want a sensitive guy like that?
I can't imagine a real person in real life being that easily crying that easily.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the sensitivity with like the baby and the being a nanny and stuff. Sure, why not?
I feel like, I mean, this might speak to my own kind of like toxic masculinity, but I feel like I appreciate that he has emotions and he's not afraid to show them. But I would like someone more that, I guess that's more associated with like a typical masculine role, where like take charge and like, you know, which for some reason I can't reconcile like the sensitive person with that person.
Right. Yeah, but that's like the toxic masculinity.
Exactly.
In the way.
Exactly. Because maybe he could be. Maybe he could take charge. Maybe he can cry and take charge, and that would be ideally be the perfect person.
I just want to say like how uncomfortable it made me when he was like, oh, but I am straight. I was like, so?
As if that was like to reassure you.
Do you realize that man has cried in our apartment 3 times? Huh? I haven't cried that many times since I moved in.
That's just your sad, straight, white male fragility.
Ross is being so toxic right now.
He is too sensitive.
What? Too sensitive to take care of our baby?
No, I mean, I'll tell you, that guy is amazing.
Sandy made Madeline's.
What kind of a guy makes delicate French cookies? Huh? They're not even butch, manly cookies with chunks.
I mean, I never thought of you as a guy who needed his men to be men. You know, because I gotta tell you, Ross, it's not like you just came in from branding cattle.
I love that line.
What is too sensitive?
That's so hot.
Yeah, I don't think that's too sensitive at all.
He's threatened because he still loves her.
But it's nice. And not...
Yeah,
Nice is good.
this storyline has also become problematic.
Look, David, if you had never left, then yeah, we'd probably still be together right now.
Oh shit.
But you did leave, and I'm with Mike.
If your partner did that to you, would you forgive them? Not only did she kiss him, but she also first lied to him and said she wasn't in a relationship when she was. Would you forgive Phoebe for this interaction?
We'd have to have a really long and serious talk, and I'd have to really know where my partner stood with
Like
their ex.
why they made those choices, you mean?
Yeah, and also where they stand now. Like, you know, how do they feel about that person, and like where do they stand with me, and like is that going to happen again?
It's gonna make a difference whether she is honest with him.
Do you think she should tell Mike?
Yes, I do. But if I was Mike, my like choice as to like whether to fully forgive her or not would be dependent on how honest she was with me.
Oh shit.
Keywords.
Oh shit.
And you, thanks for the face massage. Thank
She's
you.
already being dishonest.
He plays the recorder, recites poetry, and bakes madeleines.
Even better.
Hey,
He's so threatened.
Rachel and I hired a male nanny.
Really? Guys do that?
Oh,
That's weird.
Thank you.
That's like a woman wanting to be a...
A what? A what? What's the end of that sentence?
Yes, what is the end of that sentence?
exactly.
Being funny is Chandler's thing. You know, like Ross's thing is.
Being
Science?
sensitive.
Academia? Being a good father?
No.
Yeah, questionable.
You got a man who's a nanny? You got a manny?
That's actually like a real word that people use, which is terrible.
Male nanny, but I do draw the line at male wet nurse.
Oh my god. This is like uncomfortable to watch.
And there's nothing wrong with being a male witness.
This whole scene is awful. I hate gender preface before any career. There's no good reason for that other than like oppression.
There's businessman or businesswoman. Like, do you feel the same way about that?
You could say business person.
That's true.
Also, you're also like really alienating like non-binary people.
For sure, for sure.
Did you tell her what we talked about?
Despite all this problematic, uncomfortable writing and shit, they're such good actors that it's hard not to like enjoy the performance.
No. It's not as bad as it looks. Really, I was saying goodbye to an old friend.
Your lipstick's on his mouth.
Oh, wow.
We just happen to wear the same shade.
Oh my god. The lying is so bad.
You should know, she really likes you. In fact, I don't think you realize just how lucky you are, fella.
Okay.
Oh
your finger
my god.
What are you gonna do about it?
Well, I'll just show you what I'm gonna do about it. You want some of that?
Stop it before someone gets really hurt. David, you should just go.
That's cute.
Goodbye, Phoebe.
Hey, what are you kidding me?
Righto.
Yeah, seriously. I don't blame him for that.
Take good care of her.
Gross.
Oh, because she doesn't need anyone to take care of her.
Yeah, that shit
If
bugs
you
me.
want.
It's never gonna happen again, right?
Right, never.
She was literally just like, that'll never happen again. Like, and
Yeah.
yeah.
That's sitcom, right? Escalate, and then they just resolve in like a few minutes,
Oh my God.
seconds.
Sounded like Three Blind Mice.
No, Three Blind Mice goes like this.
I swear to God.
What's his fucking problem?
His masculinity is being attacked.
Well, please welcome the Snuffle Bumps.
How exactly is a 2-month-old supposed to appreciate puppets?
Actually, studies have shown that the movement and colors help their cerebral development. The whimsical characters are just for us.
She's so enamored by him.
Come on,
No,
bro.
hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I would never force you to hire someone you were this uncomfortable with.
That particular line doesn't bother me because I think it would go the other way, right? Like if he hired a really hot female nanny,
Yes.
she would be super pissy and
Yes.
threatened too.
It's because they feel like, well, at least for her, it might be because she feels jealous, right?
Right, but I think for him it's that he feels jealous too.
The irony is that he's only uncomfortable because he's being attacked. It's not like the person's a bad person. You know what I mean?
Exactly. The whole through line of the show is the Ross and Rachel saga, right?
Mhm.
And they're highlighting this like she's sort of like enamored by him, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to make this like underlying like reasoning that it's about them.
Well, you're the one who wants to fire him, so you're gonna have to go do it.
He's such a dick right now.
See, that's why it's important to share.
I am learning so much.
I love how open Joey is
I
all
know.
the time. Yeah.
Joey's
Well,
actually
I'm off to
sensitive too.
Tulsa. Tell him to email me at www.hahanotsomuch.com.
Outdated internet jokes.
Relax. Jeffrey told this really sexist joke. After that, not so funny anymore.
Really? Did the guy really make that joke?
Nah, he still kills me.
Do you feel like that's something that should be done in a relationship where you lie about something to protect the other person?
Like looking at the bigger picture of them, like them in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, like, okay, so she made an insensitive comment. They drew her attention to it and she was sort of trying to like backpedal.
Mhm.
So I kind of feel like I have some empathy for her there. But yeah, I understand the other side of it too. She could have maybe handled that better.
I mean, Rachel and I think you are great with Emma. just feel.
You feel.
Yes.
Yeah, don't try to drag it into this.
I just feel that the chemistry isn't right.
What was your problem? Maybe it's something I can work on in the future.
No, you know, it's nothing you did. It's my issue.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Ross was really being almost abusive in his like attacks. Asking someone if they're gay because of like the fact that they're a nanny is so wrong. But then Sandy was not problematic. Although I will say, like I said earlier, like he was kind of defensive where he was like, I am straight. But like it was more like, to me that almost felt like you said, it's more about like, don't worry, I don't want to make you guys uncomfortable, right?
Right. When it's not his fault. It's
but
his
how
own
many
issue.
gay or queer people have felt that, right? Of like,
all the
I don't
time.
want to make other people in this space feel uncomfortable.
I feel that all the time. Like it's even a question of if I'm choosing to come out or not. Like it's like, you know, how will it make other people feel? Like, you know what I mean? Like how would it make my coworkers feel, like having to deal with someone who's gay?
I wish that you didn't have to feel that way, or that
you.
that we didn't live in that world, but I acknowledge that we do.
Same.
And when it's summer and it's hot, why can't you wear a tank top?